Hi everyone, this is Shwankar from Cognizant. As part of this demo, I'm going to show how we can do continuous integration of a SOA project using Jenkins. So, in order to start this demo, let me go ahead from developer's perspective. So first we create a project, SOA project using Maven archetype, and we import it into JDeveloper and do whatever modification that needs to be done in the SOA project based on the business requirement. And after the coding has been completed, what we do, we go ahead and check in our code into a source version controlling. So here, as part of this demo, I'm going to use GitHub as version controlling tool. So in order to check in the code into GitHub, what you need to do, first you go ahead and you need to go to versioning and then add all the changes that has been done. So once the changes has been added, you go ahead and commit all the changes. So as part of this demo, let me put in some comment. Committing as part so it's going to commit all the changes into GitHub. After that is done, we need to push the code into the GitHub repository. So let me go ahead and push that code. So here you have to select the GitHub repository where you are pushing the code, and then finally it should reflect in the repository. So let me check that in. Here you have the repository and we have like 13 commits, and it has committed all the recent changes, committing as part of SOA demo. So here you can see all the changes that has been included recently. Okay, now once the code has been moved to the repository, GitHub repository, we want to do a dynamic build, deployment and testing into different environments using Jenkins. So in order to do that, what we need to do, you need to go ahead in Jenkins and create a new Maven project. So I have already created one project. Let me show that configuration. So if you see here, we have a project already created in Jenkins, and this project is actually parameterized. So you have like multiple parameters which can be given at the time of running this build. So this has multiple parameters. First one is the target environment, so which environment you want to do the deployment. Next one is the platform, like whether the deployment environment is going to be on-premise or cloud. Other things are like whether we want to run a functional test or whether we want to run a performance test. So these are like can be selected dynamically at the time of build. Then we have for performance test how many number of threads we want to run, and what are the loop counts that we want to provide, and what are the change ticket number that we want to associate with that particular build. So this is the parameters, these are the parameters. Then what we need to do, since we want to get the code from GitHub repository, we just put the source code management as git and put the repository URL and give the credentials. And other than that, you need to give the Maven goal that we need to run here in order to do the build and deployments. And also at the same time, we want to do some kind of post build actions, like we want to publish the performance test results into Jmeter report. So in order to do that, we just need to configure these parameters. So once it is done, let me go ahead and save. After it is done, you can go ahead and click on build with parameters. Now since the code has been already checked in, so we can select which environment we want to deploy. So for this demo I'm selecting performance test environment, and the platform is on-premise. Now we want to run some performance test, and the number of threads, let me keep it as 5. Loop count is fine with 2, and let me give some ticket number that is going to be associated with this build, and then go ahead and click build, and it starts the build process on the background. So we can always see this in the build history. So this is the latest build which is going on. Let me go ahead to the console output to see what's going on in the background. So if you see here, it has started the build process, and the compilation has completed successfully. Now after that, it is trying to deploy it into this server, and the deploying of composite also went through fine. And then after that, based on the Jmeter configuration, it has started the performance test, and here are the test results, and we have the complete build success here. So we have the test results published into the GTL file. So let's see what's going on here. So once you go here, you can click on this performance trend option to see, as part of multiple build, how it went through. So it gives you a graphical view of all the test results, and if you want to check up for a particular build, then go to that particular build, and then you can click on performance report, and it gives you the report in graphical format, like how many samples were ran and what was the response time and everything. It puts you in a graphical way, and then any other analysis you need to do, you can go to console output and do that. And that's pretty much all how you can do a continuous integration using Jenkins. Thanks for watching.